Well, to be too capital G, here got a pretty cool duel for you guys to check out. We have Link 6 Samurai versus Crawlers in this duel. Obviously, 6 Samurai have been a fan favorite since the GX era. Definitely in a tight spot when it comes to any type of competitive action. I think that one gateway is definitely not enough. If Samurai maybe had 3 gateway as they had in the OCG, or as they have in the OCG, maybe you could see something where they could just run a ton of hand traps like a lot of other decks, run gateways, hoping their opponent doesn't open with like the Ghost Ogre or the Maxi, and maybe they could pop off and do some really good plays there. But with only one gateway, not really seeing it. Also, I think that it was a really big mistake for Konami to give Samurai a Contact Fusion instead of a Link monster. I know you guys think that I want every deck in Yu-Gi-Oh to have a Link, which to be honest, I kind of do, but I don't know, you make Links and Contact Fusions basically the same exact way, so I just think that a Link would have been way more practical, especially considering that the Contact Fusion they made is just complete ass and mediocre at best. Crawlers, on the other hand, very slow deck, needs just way more support before it ever gets off the ground. Doesn't help that Worm Bait is ridiculously expensive. It's like a $40 card, somewhere between like $40 and $35 for a card that's only playable in a couple of decks. Anyways, I don't think we need much more setup than that. It looks like Crawlers are up first. He's going to go double sets, and I mean, the only good thing is he did open up with his Field Spell, the World Legacy card, and this does give you a little bit of battle protection for your flip monsters. If a flip monster is destroyed by battle, you get to take down the monster that killed it, and you get to activate your flip effect at the same time. But his opponent opened up at least with a field that can spam, that can put a bunch of monsters on board. He didn't open up with Gateway. He did not open up with 6 Samurai United, so it definitely could be better. But check this play out, right? I don't know. This is like definitely stacking, man. He goes into Skulldeat with 4 different names, draws 4 cards, and he gets the perfect cards that he needs. This is what I think Konami wanted when they made Skulldeat. I think they wanted you to be able to do shit like this, draw 4 cards, get the perfect one of in your deck that you need. Now he has Gateway, now he has Fuma in his hand, and check the card he's going to search. Fire King Island, definitely not what you are used to seeing in 6 Samurai. He's going to blow up Fuma, Fuma's going to special summon from the deck, and at this point, Skulldeat's going to activate, and it's pretty much off to the races, as he should be able to get Gateway on 4 counters. Once you get Gateway on 4 counters, you can start doing a lot of different stuff. You can start getting Kizans back. He goes into 6 Samurai Shin, which I think is perfectly fine. Not sure if I would have made it in that zone. I think I probably would have made it like over here to the side or something like that. I say that because he's definitely racking up lots of monsters. I mean, the guy has 5 monsters on the field. When playing against Crawlers, I think what his objective right now should be to probably go into something like, I think Borolo Dragon would be good, or maybe something like Firewall. I don't think he should try and strong arm his way through this, because obviously he has to deal with this, and he has to deal with potential flip effects. Either bounce him with Firewall Dragon or just snatch steal him with Borolo Dragon. That's what I would do if you can't make something like an Armades, which Armades would just probably be really, really good. 6 Samurai might need another monster like that. Maybe a Link monster that has like an Armades effect. Instead, he goes into Shadow, which I was actually okay with him going into Shadow, simply because Shadow gives you more counters on, like, Shadow gives you more counters on Gateway. So like going into Shadow isn't really that bad because you're halfway to another Kizan search. But this one was kind of questionable, going to Excalibur. I don't even think Samurai should run that card anymore. You're not going to OTK that much. Special summons Kizan, he searches Spine, that monster is going to die, but the Kizan dies as well, and then the Shin's gonna die. Now here's the really funny thing, right, is this guy actually starts posting in the chat and he starts complaining. I don't know why he attacked with the wrong monster in the Pot of the Forbidden. Watch what he posts in the chat. He says, I didn't get to activate Pot's flip effect, right? So he actually thinks he actually thinks that there's like a bug on YGO Pro, and yes, he did not get to activate Pot of the Forbidden's effect, which it does have a Regeki effect, but here's the problem, and I recognize this immediately because I've played Prediction Princess before, and this is one of the big problems with this card. This Prediction Princess can summon Pot of Taboos, or excuse me, Pot of the Forbidden straight from the deck, but if you read its effect very closely, which you should before you use it, it says flip, special summon 1 level 3 or higher flip monster from your hand or deck in face down defense position. Also, you cannot activate monster effects for the rest of the turn except Prediction Princess monsters. So that's why you didn't get to activate the effect. So he thinks that I was gonna say dueling, but he thinks that YGL Pro screwed him over. But bro, that's not even what happened. Just you couldn't activate the effect. So you usually don't want to activate that effect on your opponent's turn. You want to activate it on your turn. Anyways, Yaksha is going to get Solemn Strike, and I think that's so that he wouldn't be able to use Big Chicken. And again, he's still trying to muscle his way through. That's not how you beat crawlers. You don't try and muscle. What you really want to do is when your opponent has crawler monsters on the field, you want to use monster destruction. You don't want to use battle. He's been basically banging his head into a brick wall, and you see where it got him. Even though he had Gateway and he had 5 monsters on the board at one point, he now has basically nothing. So crawlers can take down monsters if you foolishly just try to use brute force to kill them. That's definitely, as somebody who plays a good amount of crawlers on my live stream, that is not how you beat this deck. You do not go at them just full brute force. He's going to go ahead and he's going to use Garunix. Problem is, you can kind of play around Garunix in this deck, although I believe he's going to go for a second Fire King Island. He's going to pop the Garunix again. That's how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to like pop Garunix if you have it, obviously, or stuff like Regeki, Dark Hole, Interrupted Slumber, things like that. Garunix is going to come out. It's going to blow up the entire field, and I think he's going to scoop at this point. Yeah, he just scoops. Crawlers is not a very good deck when behind. That's the reason why all the Crawler Link monsters let you summon back from your graveyard whenever they leave the field by battle or card effect. Also, I know somebody's probably going to point out that the Crawler monsters do activate and summon more monsters straight from the deck when they're destroyed by card effects, but that is only when the Crawler monsters are actually face up. So basically, you want to get your opponent in a position where they have their Crawler monsters set, and then you can like Regeki them, you can Dark Hole them, you can use some type of mass field removal. Then that's the easiest way to kind of take out the Crawler monsters and not actually have to worry about either, you know, them getting a card off your side of the field, or obviously them activating them using their flip effects or something like that. They can be definitely an annoying deck to deal with, but if you know how to handle them the right way, you can definitely beat them. So whatever you guys think, leave it in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and of course turn on that notification bell for daily videos.